I'll never forget 1988. I was named co-manager of the year with Tommy Lasorda, Sporting News. When I called my dad, so proud to tell him, he said, "Oh, that's just co-manager, right?" And I said, "Yeah, Dad, it's just co-manager." But that's what drove me. He always said, if you can't afford to go to the dance, you don't go. And you have to work for everything you get.
The Pirates adopted Leyland's work ethic, and they were transformed from cellar dwellers to division champs, winning the NL East 3 consecutive seasons. But in the playoffs, they couldn't seem to find their way to the World Series.
We won for the first time in '90. The Reds beat us. The next year, in '91, was probably our most talented team. We get beat by the Braves.
And that's it for Atlanta.
'92, I think our best team, and not the most talented, but our best team.
Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. The Pittsburgh Pirates trying to become the first National League team to come from 3 games to 1 behind to win the NLCS.
We had Doug Drabek going for Game 7 in Atlanta. I knew we were going to win.
You're up 2-0 going to the bottom of the 9th with Doug Drabek on the mound, but Drabek's thrown over 120 pitches. How close did you come to taking him out at the start of the inning?
He was the best I had. And I felt he was still the best I had going into the 9th inning. And that's why I stayed with him.
Pendleton pulls it down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. It is a fair ball.
So Pendleton gets a double. Justice hits a ground ball. Jose Leyland, who had made 6 errors all year, has it go through him.
Booted by Leyland. Pendleton to third on the play.
Then Bream gets a walk. And then you got to go get Drabek and bring in Stan Belinda, right?
Right. But Belinda actually did a great job.
Tying run at second, winning run at first. Gant hits one to left. Bonds on the track, at the wall, makes the catch. Pendleton on to score the first Atlanta run of the ballgame.
Everybody exploding, but for the most part, you're no closer getting David Justice home because he's still at second base.
We also felt we had Berryhill struck out.
Ball 4. Oh, so close was the last pitch to Berryhill.
Randy Marsh, who I work a little bit with today, was the home plate umpire. I never say anything to him about it, but we felt like the game would have been over after Hunter popped up.
2 down in the bottom of the 9th. As Francisco Cabrera comes to the plate to bat for the pitcher.
If Cabrera hits the ball at Jeff King, it's history. He didn't. He hit it in the hole.
Line drive and a base hit. Justice has scored the tying run. Bream to the plate.
And Barry comes up and almost makes a perfect throw. If it's a perfect throw, Sabreem's out. But it happened to be a little bit up the first baseline, and when LaValliere had to reach for it and try to tag him, it was too late.
And he is safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series!
Bonds' throw, LaValliere's tag, the slide by Bream. It was a movie. You couldn't make it look any better.
Couldn't make it look any closer. Couldn't make it look any better. See Sid Bream laying there at home plate. He had played for me.
Bream just beat the tag of his ex-mate Mike LaValliere.
I can still see Andy Van Slyke sitting in shallow center field with his arms folded across his knees.
It was a crusher. And there were more tears. Jim Leyland wasn't the only sentimental person that night. I can tell you there were a lot of big boys with tears in their eyes that night.
Not only was this game a tough one to lose, but it's the 3rd one in a row, and there's a growing sense that maybe you can't hold the team together and the window is closed, right?
We knew that, yeah.
We knew before the playoffs what was going to happen to this team. That's what hurt us. We knew we weren't going to see this man again.